Welcome back to Monday Night Lights, where we have had an insane night so far, and we are just 25% of the way through the SEL versus Great Lakes CRL showcase. I'm bringing in Bub for this next series. I mean, Bub, I know you were watching that reverse sweep we just watched in the best of 7, so how are you feeling coming into Michigan State versus UNCC?
Oh, I mean, I love my Davenport boys, but I thought after, the first 20 minutes of that series, I would have been here a lot sooner. I'm glad I wasn't. I was watching the whole time. By the end of the series, I was actually laughing because I couldn't believe the turnaround. I was so happy to see that series go to 7. We're off to a good start, and I can't wait to see what this one's going to be.
Well, I mean, UNCC and actually Michigan State as well, both playing with different variations of their rosters. I believe these are the looks we will be getting for both of these teams going into the next school year, with Blurry, Lazy, and Knight on the UNCC side, and Opbomb, Knock, and Morvu on the Michigan State side. And I mean, both of these squads I think are upgrading going into next season. So this showcase I'm very excited for, because I honestly don't know what to expect, which is a theme for tonight for a lot of these rosters, Bub, coming into this best of 7.
Absolutely. Michigan State from the Great Lakes side, I think we talked about this last time too, as we're getting set to get into this lobby. They were what we thought was one of the biggest up-and-coming programs in our region, and they just went out and added Morvu and Opbomb, and that's a terrifying roster to add to Knock for what roster was already scary. We're off and running. Bepic, kick us off!
All right, let's do it. Let's hope this one is just as crazy as the last set we just experienced, as Michigan State and UNC Charlotte take to the pitch against one another. And it is a scrum to open things up. But out of the scrum, Opbomb has nearly arrived. He almost got that double to go, already kind of showing what he's capable of.
Yeah, one good look to start. We're just getting warmed up. Morvu from his backboard takes it further downfield, drops it down to the ground, tries to go for a ground pinch, caroms off of Lazy, knocked towards the backboard. Blurry is there, it pops out in front for Opbomb, and Michigan State is off and running early.
And they pick up right where Davenport left off. The Great Lakes side of this competition is hot right now, and that is just pure domination for Michigan State coming out of the first 30 seconds. They won that kickoff and did not look back. The Niners need to recover soon.
Here comes Opbomb again, a look, Knock with the open net, goes high. Morvu with the follow-up, he's a little slow, we'll just go for the 50 instead, playing it safe. Grabs the boost, gets a touch, Opbomb comes in just to keep it in the corner. Blurry with a less than optimal touch, another one out in front, but Lazy, the only one there, will clear it all the way up to Blurry. A couple whiffs come out, goes for the bump on Opbomb, and it goes back out towards midfield for Lazy. He'll go to the backboard, Morvu right there. One touch, trying to make it 2 off the sidewall, 50s it out to the middle. Lazy, not a lot of boost in the tank, though, will steer it off to the side, finds Knight in the middle, nobody for UNC Charlotte with any boost. And Opbomb will use that to take some control. Now Knock, looking maybe for Opbomb, no, we'll just go downfield instead. And now UNC Charlotte with boost, it's Lazy on the right wall. It has Blurry in the middle, Knight as well. There's the bump, Knight! Not able to make contact, but a good look there for UNC Charlotte.
Yeah, UNCC, they started off slow. First 30 seconds were all Michigan State, and they have since retaliated. But Opbomb, still Opbomb, making it 2-0 Michigan State. It was great offense for UNCC, but they were stopped at every turn by the Spartans. And then in counterattack mode, Sparty scores. Quick beginning for Michigan State.
Just fantastic. Knowing that you can play that slow, there's no risk there for Opbomb. Gets the last touch, gets through the entire defense, and now he's got it once more, but gets 2 to commit. Now Knight back the other way. Gets the second touch. This one might drop down. Lazy was there, but so was Knock to seal it away. Blurry up the corner. We'll wrap this one around out front. Morvu on the near post kicks it away. Lazy off the corner. Now Morvu will intercept it and send it out to midfield for Blurry. Not a lot of boost. He'll just concede possession. Opbomb tries for another low 50. This one doesn't work out. Blurry from his own corner, bumped off Knight right there. Morvu will stay with it. Gets a 50 off Blurry. Michigan State trying to keep possession here. Opbomb up for Morvu. Not a lot of boost in the tank. Did he get the flip? No, but he gets the 50. Knocked to the backboard. Where's Opbomb? There he is. It's wide. And another good look for Michigan State. This one doesn't go, though.
And UNCC will clear. And Michigan State I think making the Niners sweat a little bit on their defensive side of the ball, as Sparty looks terrifying so far tonight. But UNCC have had their moments as well. To see what they are able to get to go eventually. But here comes Opbomb off the back wall, setting up more Vu for a slight touch on the near side. Couldn't get it through that near post, and Lazy clears and slots an open net. UNCC's finally on the board.
Well, Knock, a moment of hesitation here, and Lazy just takes that to get the second touch. It's all he needs, and we've got a game here, Bepic, with 2:06 to go.
Yep, I was waiting for something to fall for UNCC because they were developing chances over and over again, and for whatever reason, they wouldn't fall, whether it's just, missed touch out in front or a great save by Michigan State. UNCC was due for a goal, and it comes at the right moment as well. With 2 minutes left, there's plenty of time here to completely erase the Michigan State 2-0 lead that once was. But Michigan State, they were looking like they could very well add to the 2 goals they've gotten so far, but UNCC have slowed them down just a touch, though Sparty find a bit of time on the ball here.
Morvu coming in on the clear cross side. It will be Knight actually getting there faster. Opbomb, the last one back right now for MSU. He will force Knight off the ball and then simply carry it out from his own backward up to Knock, and here comes Michigan State. Morvu in the middle for him. Opbomb going for bumps. Flip reset, doesn't get anything there for Knock. Morvu just going for the pinch. Stays with it in the corner, forces Blurry to make a decision. Opbomb with the 50. Lazy just trying to send it out as far as possible. Knock takes it back, drops it down for Morvu, and it's 3-1.
My word, what a dime. Knock took over at the midfield line and just found the perfect spot to place that ball for Morvu. And then, of course, Morvu's going to slot that, being as great a pass as it was. But that is some wonderful chemistry, a sign of things to come for this Michigan State roster. And they will balloon their lead back to 2. UNCC with work still to do.
Here is Knock once more. 50s it out in front. Opbomb looking for his third. Morvu tries to bring it in towards the middle. Knock right there towards the backboard. Everybody committed for UNCC. Morvu plays it slow. And Opbomb just not able to finish. Back the other way comes Lazy. All the way up near the ceiling. Forces Knock up. Flip reset. Couldn't quite get it. Opbomb will clear. Knight will try and drop it in the middle for Blurry. This one on target. And Morvu a save off his own crossbar. Knock will take control. Tries to get it up for Morvu, but nothing there. Knight just takes control. Forces Opbomb up. Another commits for UNCC, and that will send the ball all the way back the other way.
The slow solo plays aren't working at the moment for UNCC. You need space to make something happen, but flip resets or wherever they're going with the ball, it's not quite panning out. So game 1, I think, is going to go the way of Michigan State off the back of a red-hot start in the first couple of minutes of this one. But UNCC found a way back, so going into game 2, I have a feeling this is going to stay just as close a best-of-7 as we saw Radford versus Davenport.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't take anything we saw here in game 1 for granted, given the precedent that Davenport and Radford set coming into this. I'm hoping... Obviously, we all want to see as close of a series as possible. I have a feeling that we've still got a long way to go. Yeah. Best of 7s, obviously, nothing's ever over until you officially get zeros on that 4th win. But that's a good start for Michigan State. Opbomb showing up. We knew that he was a big part of this new Michigan State roster, and it really showed there in game 1.
I mean, Opbomb, I think if you were to divide like the CRL scene with the top like CRL level squads, I think Michigan State's kind of right on the cusp of those teams that are very near the top of the scene, but kind of on the bubble side of things. Opbomb is one of the highest touted pickups of teams in that range, like up there with Taibu for UTK, players like that, Rhyolite for Radford as well, and he is making a difference so far. Shot 2 for 4, and that one was a clear difference maker, especially at the beginning of that game. But Knock and Morvu right behind him, they showed why they are right up there with him in terms of skill. The way they were able to complete that game, not just have a hot start and then taper off, allow UNCC back into it. They finished that game 1 very, very well.
We'll see here as we go into game 2 as we're officially underway. It is Opbomb and Blurry off the kickoff. Morvu with possession off the cheat, grabs the corner boost, has one in the middle there. It's Knock actually left behind. Lazy was there to cut it away. Now Opbomb has to deal with a 2v1. Gets bumped. Morvu back in time. Gets up in time as well off the shot from Knight. Opbomb denies Blurry as well. Lazy, not the greatest pop. He'll just try and salvage the possession. Flip reset will help with that. Gets it over Morvu. But Opbomb has one touch. Not the greatest recovery. Just gets a 50. Here's Blurry. Knock is right there to turn that one away. Morvu just trying to find the clear. And really for the first time, Bepic, at all in this series, we saw both teams not necessarily play as clean as you would have expected.
No, not the cleanest, and at times it's going to happen at this level of Rocket League. And right here, nearly an open net, but Knock tracked back that play in time to make a save. UNCC setting themselves up very well, but the challenges that Michigan State are taking in their own box right now are perfect. They're going right where they need to be to stop ball. Whether that's a heavy hit or a soft hit, it doesn't matter. Michigan State is getting in the way of either eventuality. And it's led now to a chance in offense where Opbomb can turn around for a ball off the sidewall and lets it go just a little bit, allowing Lazy a little bit of space to work with, but he had nothing in the tank to make a full play happen. So the Niners stuck in defense. Opbomb versus Lazy, and Lazy was dead to rights. 1-0 Michigan State.
As soon as I saw this this double commit from UNCC and I saw Opbomb there, it's really hard to turn something like that away, especially given the player it was. 3 goals for him in under even 1.5 games. 1-0 Michigan State with 3:30 on the clock.
Always looking for more. Goes under Blurry here. Has Lazy to beat. Slows it down. Musty's it. And yet Lazy still gets the save. That allows Knight some space down the sideline, but at 5 ticks of boost in the tank. Still Lazy. A shot just short of being on target. And the rebound from Blurry is stopped by Morvu. Knock will deny entry once again into the box and just somehow pinch that in off of a 50-50 at the midfield line. Michigan State puts together an incredible sequence.
I think that's called we take those. I don't think, not the way you draw it up, but Michigan State will double their lead. We're not even 2 minutes here into game 2, and for a game that felt Bepic at least like a slower start, compared to game 1, it's kicking up the pace very, very quickly.
Yeah, and I think it felt slower because UNCC had more control of the pace, rather than Michigan State coming out, winning the opening kickoff, and just not looking back for a solid 60 seconds. And UNCC right now is playing a slow style of Rocket League. They're being patient at the midfield line. I think to their detriment sometimes, but if their solo plays that they're getting space to maneuver through, start getting a little bit more space, a bit more pop in these flip reset plays that they're going for, then it'll start working out. But at the moment, Michigan State, the better of the 2 squads at this at playing at this pace of Rocket League. And, I mean, a 2-goal lead, taking that into the second half of the game of Rocket League is not too shabby at all.
No, not at all. Here is Knock and Knight going for the 50. Morvu, the first one there. He might have a corner read. He's going to try for it. On net, Knock is there, but Lazy just got up in time on the goal line to steer it aside. Gets the 50 on Opbomb back to the Michigan State end. Morvu up over the top of 1 to the backboard. Tries to drop it down out in front. Blurry had to pre-jump it just to steer it away. Knight there once more, and you called it, Bepic. Everything we've seen so far is an open net here for Morvu. Here's a shot, and it's 3-0. But as I was saying, every time Michigan State gets the ball, you can see the pace increase, and it's really hard right now for UNCC to keep up with that. We'll see as it develops, but 100% Michigan State playing a fast pace, and they're doing it better than UNCC able to play at that slower pace right now.
Yeah, I mean, right there, they didn't have boost to even get up to a reasonable pace of playing Rocket League. That's why Lazy missed there off the back wall, why Blurry couldn't get back to that play at the goal line. So UNCC with it all to do, with 90 seconds left, got me down by 4 here. Knock can catch up to that ball, centers it well, but Knight is back in time to stop ball. Michigan State still with control here. Knight will take some of that away, but still down by 3. We got to see what the Niners can do here.
Here is Knock leaving it for Morvu. Not able to make contact, but he'll stick with it. Tries to wrap this one around the corner. Gets it out in front. Knight awkward. Everybody committing. Knock the only one who didn't. Sticks with it. Gets a double there out of UNCC once more. Opbomb shading back. Lazy leaving it behind for Knight. Steers it around Opbomb. Does he have someone in the middle? He might have, but Morvu just too quick off his own backboard. Lazy up towards the ceiling. Flip reset to the middle for Knight. Knight is there, but Nock was there as well to steer it away. Morvu will clear off the sidewall pinch, and UNCC forced to recoil once more. 40 seconds to go. Lazy up towards midfield again. Nock steers it away. Blurry up for it, gets a 50. Anybody else? Lazy not able to make contact. It's going to actually be Blurry trying to leave it back in the midfield. That gives possession away as Nock comes back the other way, but I mean, at this point, it almost feels like for UNCC, you just have to pick up the pace.
Yeah, what they're going for right now isn't working. They're not finding a way around the orange cars that are just littered across the Michigan State defensive half. I mean, they're intercepting everything right now, the Spartans are. Even that, Morvu was somehow prepared for that ball in the corner, and there on the goal line, last man, but there were no members of the UNCC offense left to get through Morvu. And so, it's a 3-0 win, at the very least, for Michigan State here, and it will be confirmed. They've just looked the more in control of the two teams at the moment, especially in the defensive end, because UNCC, while they're playing patient, getting picked apart at times by Michigan State, and that's enough to win these games. Then in offense, Michigan State so cool, calm, and collected at every point of the play.
Yeah, it feels like when Michigan State doesn't have the ball, they are more than comfortable to allow UNCC to play that slow play, go for a slow 50, force a pop, and then go for the intercept with their second man. They're just simply ready before the next guy is for UNCC. And, I was just talking about game one where Opbom, he was the MVP, according to Rocket League score. We definitely know how very real and very objective that number is. Bottom of the leaderboard for Michigan State here. Had the one goal, had one shot, but yeah, I mean, to give the number credit, I mean, Nock, 1 goal, 1 assist, 4 saves. It doesn't really matter for Michigan State who the guy is right now. It's everybody doing their job, and so far it's worked out wonderfully for them.
And that is a similar case to, I feel like, how Radford plays, with Rhyolite being that very mechanical, very skilled on-the-ball player to lead the charge. You still need the two guys behind him to unlock that ability of their frontman, like Zyrus and Super Smurf do for Radford. Nock and Morvu are doing extremely well in this series as well. And look at that interception by Morvu. Puts a lethal shot on that Blurry is able to get a save off of, but still, Michigan State generating chance after chance off the back of just solid team roles being filled extremely well.
Blurry's up off his backboard here, going to try and at least get a 50, but Opbom wins that. It goes to Lazy, who is able to beat one. Flip reset, uses it, Nock right there on the follow-through from Knight, read it all the way. Blurry bumped off the ball from his own teammate, will try and get back to it, but Opbom able to work around the roadblock. It is Morvu. Knight is there, this might drop down, no boost in the tank. Where's the follow? Not there in time. As Opbom able to clear it, Lazy will catch from his own corner. Morvu waiting for the 50, gets it. Blurry has been demoed by Opbom. Knight tries to clear, Nock intercepts. There's Opbom, there's the speed from Michigan State again. Opbom to the backboard. This is going to drop down. Everybody commits. Doesn't matter. Morvu finds the angle. And again, Michigan State strikes first.
That is a wonderful shot by Morvu. Had all the time in the world to make it happen, but still, not an easy drop-down ball to get by any stretch. Wonderfully finished play. And again, Michigan State, they just spread thin UNCC's defense, and the Niners not there in time to make another block. So, 1-0, the Niners still need to make up for their deficits in the offensive end of the ball, and still, they can't find a thing. Michigan State make a save, they clear the zone. We've seen this before.
They had a good look there for a moment. It is Knight working his way downfield, but again, one touch in Morvu right there to cut it off. It finds him again, he hits the pipe! Opbom will shadow here on Lazy to give Michigan State some time. Lazy works it into the corner, but Opbom just stays as close as possible. Knight and Nock 50 almost perfectly evenly. There in the corner, Morvu with a musty towards the backboard. Blurry is there. Morvu gets the dunk. Nock will pop this one softly to the backboard. Blurry is there to clear. Opbom's going to try and control this up the wall. Blurry trying to run interference. Now Lazy waits on Opbom to commit. Pops it up. Anybody else there? No, it's Morvu again. And more of this one touch, and that's it from UNCC. And you're down 1-0 about halfway through a third game. It's not working out well. It's going to work out even worse now as Op Bomb's on the board here in Game 3.
UNCC just did not know where Op-Bomb was right there. I say UNCC, it was Knight. He was the third man and thought he had access to that ball at the midfield line, but he did not. Op-Bomb read the play before he could, and so Michigan State up 2-0 in a big Game 3 here because UNC Charlotte, they dropped this, they're going to have to reverse sweep in a best-of-7, and that does not happen often.
Well, I've been trying to not be biased this entire time, but my little Great Lakes heart here is very, very happy to see the result we've seen so far. Knight will try and work this one around Knock. He will do just that. And how's to get through Morvo? Doesn't have boost nor possession anymore. Morvo the low 50 on Blurry, and here comes Michigan State again. Another 50 on Lazy. Up bomb's deleted. That'll help a little bit. Knock just speeding it up to try and catch him off guard. This one all the way back into the Michigan State end. Up bomb is there. We'll try and control this one low. This time, Blurry intercepts it. Knox spawns on the right side, and even the spawns are against UNCC at this point.
That's just the way things have gone right now. At every turn of this match, it's been the wrong read or just an orange card right there to shut down and crush the dreams of UNCC. But they're still trying. They're still cooking up plans in the offensive zone, but that one stopped the near side. It's the Op-Bomb popping the ball up into the UNCC box, and Morvu intercepting an attempted pass out. He will center it to nobody, so Blur gets a little bit of time on the ball, but even then, UNCC can't find a way out. 80 seconds left. They still need a pair of goals to just force overtime in Game 3.
And I do also want to just take a moment, because I am getting a little bit of a flashback from an hour ago.
Yeah? What happened an hour ago?
We did see a 3-0 lead for Radford, and we did see Davenport come back from that 3-0 lead. I'm hoping at this point we don't get that, personally.
Yeah.
But I know everybody else, the people that are watching from home, if I'm you and I don't have a dog in this fight, I want Game 7. Give it to me. Knock. Trying to drop it down to Op-Bomb. Nothing there. Op-Bomb will take over. Blurry will send it out to midfield. Knock circles back. Gets it around Knight. Nothing there, though, as Lazy is there in his own end in the air. Morvu towards the net. Knight, an awkward touch. Anybody there for the follow? Of course they are. It's Op-Bomb again. And, well, I think Game 3 is pretty much all but done. It's just a matter of time now.
Yep, and Morfu, I love the victory celebration, just doing the in and out before the ball even went in. He was in the opponent's net because he knew that was a goal 100% of the time, and it was right there. Op-Bomb finishing the job. Michigan State very close to doing that exact same thing in this entire series. UNCC just have not been able to get going in this game on either side of the ball, really. It's been awkward in defense. Their offense has been sputtering at best, and Game 4 is where it's all going to have to change because Game 3 is all wrapped up.
Op-Bomb again, and I think what we've seen, I think, one goal so far through almost 3 games now for UNCC. Credit to Michigan State. I mean, we've spent this whole series basically talking about how they're simply there. They are intercepting things. They're getting better reads. They're on the ball faster. They're on the ball longer. And if you can even dominate one of those categories, the odds are in your favor. Right. Michigan State, it feels like, is doing all of it much better right now. And I mean, for UNCC as we enter Game 4 here, what might be the strategy shift here?
I mean, hopefully they've been paying keen attention to how Michigan State likes to play defense, because Sparty has been all kinds of spread out on their defensive end. If UNCC can position themselves around the defense rather than just positioning themselves around each other, then maybe there's a way to find gaps and find passing plays that exploit how Michigan State likes to play such a spread out style of defense. But I mean, UNCC hasn't been able to do it so far, so I don't like their odds of being able to do so in Game 4. But hey, we saw a reverse sweep start about an hour ago, so I'm not going to count anything out just yet. This is Monday Night Lights after all, but UNCC, they've got to start playing chess as well as Rocket League, which is difficult to do. Turn on your strategy mode. I hope Big Man is coaching them up in the Discord chat right now, because they could use a strategy shift on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, It just feels unstoppable at this moment. But like we said, it felt unstoppable for Radford going into Game 4 against Davenport, and you just don't know until the games actually come and go as we get ready here for Game 4. I'm excited. I hope we see some adjustments here from UNCC as Knight and Knock kick us off for Game 4.
We'll see if they've got it in them. The Niners put up against the ropes going into Game 4. See if they can take any inspiration from their Great Lakes brethren at Davenport. But at the moment, they are locked into their defensive end, and Morvu has found Knock off the back wall. Off bomb is stopped at the last second by Knight, and the rebound there from Morvu is denied entry into the net by Blurry, who will find a way out. Let that ball alone, and somehow UNCC will find themselves a clear, but we'll see how long they stay out of defense.
I mean, speaking of defense, Morvu right there, the net is open. That's not the point I was going to make. But unfortunately, Opbomb and Morvu make their own. It's 1-0, 40 seconds in.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan State just straight up outplayed UNCC there. Every challenge was won clean. There was a demo on the offensive end to make it even more chaotic on the UNCC side. That's just how Michigan State has played. They have just beat UNCC at nearly every point in this series. I mean, the Niners haven't scored since Game 1, as you alluded to a minute ago, Bub. Right now, Michigan State is on, I don't remember who scored the last couple of goals in Game 1, but in Games 2 through 4 now, they're on an 8-goal run. Let's make it not 9 just yet. Now we can make it 9. Knock makes it official. 2-0 Sparty, and UNC Charlotte has so much work to do.
And it's just unfortunate. Again, it's the double commit. It's got to be the speed difference, because I don't think... I find it hard to believe that in a situation where, you know, Michigan State, or you're playing a team that plays a slower pace, that double commit comes out, right? It's the expectation. I mean, it's almost like Michigan State is in their heads a little bit. They know they're going fast. They know they have to be ready to commit. And it almost feels like it's leading to more mistakes, at least here in the last minute or so, than really you would have hoped to see, knowing that they were playing quicker.
Yeah, UNCC, they've got at least a bit of cleaning up to do, I think, in the time between now and the start of the fall season, which I know they're capable of. Charlotte's got a great program over there, and I'm sure they'll be making more appearances on Monday Night Lights like this. But at the moment, still in this thing, we're talking like it's over, because it's very close to being so, as Morvu puts in a third for Michigan State. I couldn't see who that was that got that bump to secure it. Okay, it was Knock. I think it was Knock. Running ahead, yeah. Took out Lazy and just secured it for Morvu.
Yeah. I mean, that is the good thing. That's the best part of why you have these events like this that go on during the summer, right? Gives you a chance to experiment, gives you to find out what works, what doesn't. So when games matter, you're ready to go, right? So, I mean, yeah. Plenty of time to learn. It is, we are in the summer. This is not an indication of where teams may look like at the end of the fall, at the end of the spring. But there's definitely kind of what we saw with, I think Joe said it after Game 3 with Bradford and Davenport, where there's time to go back in the lab, figure out what works, figure out what doesn't, make adjustments, and move forward.
Yep, exactly, and that's what these kinds of nights are for.
Oh
UNCC's getting beat up by Michigan State right now, but hopefully it's something they can take forward into future events and matches. But man, it's like they don't know where the orange cars are in the pitch, and that is a dangerous prospect, not knowing where Michigan State players are, because all three are so terrifyingly good, Bub, that out of nowhere they can whip beautiful passes or shots or whatever they need in the moment out of nowhere.
And this is part of the reason why we've said at Great Lakes that this is one of the biggest programs to look out for right now. This is my first time, admittedly, seeing what this Michigan State roster looks like. Knock was there last year. I'm well aware of Opbomb from events we've run previously.
Yeah.
They've done nothing but prove exactly why they are a school that I think even we saw in colleague rankings recently, they were a top 50 program in the nation. There's a fifth, by the way. Knock is just gonna find an open net off of I guess a challenge from Blurry.
He's just, I don't know how Michigan State is so consistently just in the right spot. They make such good reads on where the ball is going next. Like, I don't know why Knock is right there, why he's on the far side of the net, and it's just in position to take that ball.
Sheer confidence. I think
so.
That's simply what it comes down to at this point. I mean, the audacity that we've seen out of Michigan State, where it's basically become, in this game specifically, we're gonna do whatever we want. Beat us. That's kind of what it feels like it's turned into. Another demo, another big boom downfield. Morvo towards the net off the near post. Opbomb will find it to make his second goal of the game. And it's tough right now. It's definitely not a good situation on the other side of the field.
Michigan State just has such a dangerous combination of audacity and skill, because they play so confidently, being in strange spots, because they've got the skill to back it up. And that's a recipe, honestly, that can beat teams that on paper are better than you. Like, Michigan State could be a sleeper team. Like you've been saying, like, they've come onto the radar in the Great Lakes region, and they should be on the radar for everybody else as well, because they can match up against teams that you are probably watching in Summer Series right now and beat them, just because they will make those teams be like, why are they right there right now? How are they in position for this? And they can find goals that way. So we got a fun season of collegiate Rochester.
Oh my goodness.
This might be the most stacked the collegiate space has been in ever, honestly. Michigan State could be at the forefront of some squads pulling upsets.
Well, I think kind of an underrated statistic we're looking at right now. Michigan State has scored 6. All 6 goals have been assisted on. It's not a single one has been a solo play. Each player, 2 goals, 2 assists. You talk about a good spread. And not even to mention the triple commit we just saw a moment ago. It's confidence, it's teamwork, it's speed, not only individually, but as a group. There's another good look for UNCC, but no follow-up. 15 seconds to go. Michigan State will comfortably win tonight. And hopefully this is a sign for things to come, as you said, Bepic, for them.
Yeah.
There's one.
Hey, I'm glad to see UNCC on the board. Their first goal in 3 games, actually. They haven't scored since game 1. Hey, it's good to see. Sometimes things don't go your way in a series. Sometimes your opponent just gets the better of you. And the Niners experienced that tonight, unfortunately. But they stayed fighting until the end, which I respect out of a team. I'm glad to see them continuing to play on and not just, goof off for the rest of a blowout series. And hey, they're rewarded for those efforts. And in garbage time, yes, but at least they get something on the board to take away.
Well, that will do it. Michigan State 4-0 over UNCC, and I can't help but feel like, Bepic, this is revenge. For the first time we did this, where I think Great Lakes went 1-3 against SEL. We are now at least guaranteed, at worst case scenario for Great Lakes, a 2-2 split.
Yep.
Given the match that's coming up next, I feel fairly confident. I don't think I'm going to be around to cast that one, but I'll be watching from the sidelines and cheering my boys on.
Absolutely. I mean, Michigan State was responsible for the sole win of the Great Lakes last time to beat Cumberland in the first best of 7 we played that night, actually. But the last set that they played, they actually came back, played Tennessee, and got blown out. So I feel like there was some kind of revenge here. They were taking out their frustrations on UNCC after they got beat down by Tennessee last time.
Hey, we'll take it. I think we have actually, I think this next matchup, Bepic, that we have looking forward is probably the one that I'm personally the most excited to watch. You want to remind everybody who we have coming up?
I'll pop the schedule up on the screen because we're only halfway through the SEL versus Great Lakes Monday Night Lights nights, because we got Illinois State versus Bruton Parker coming up next. This is the most stacked matchup of the evening. We cap off the night with Rochester Christian versus East Tennessee, but Illinois State and Bruton Parker are 2 teams that are also going to be playing in Summer Series, and I think we were talking about making this a Summer Series match. I'm not sure if that discussion has made any headway, so I'll have more information about that on the other side of a break. But Bub, you're joining me for the RCU versus ETSU series coming up later tonight. You looking forward to that one?
I'm always looking forward to seeing Rochester play, Rochester Christian specifically. Yeah. The school that I really found myself cheering for a lot when I first got into the to casting CRL CCA level talent, them and Siena Heights both. I've casted so many wars between those two schools. I every time I get a chance to cast RCU, it's always fantastic. I love those boys over there. So no, I'm excited. I'll be back. But yeah, I'm also ready for this ISU BBC game.
Oh, yeah. All right. Short break, hopefully. Actually, I say short break. It's going to be a bit longer. We were all privileged to only have like a 3-minute break earlier after the full Game 7 set. That was Radford versus Davenport. But about 15 minutes until we'll be back with ISU versus BPC. So please, go grab snacks, go grab drinks, but make sure you are in your seats for ISU versus Bruton Parker coming up in a bit. And we'll see you there.